want to welcome you back to Green Partners. I hope we all enjoyed the last episode of this project. And today, like I promised in the last video, I'll be taking you guys through the materials and we'll be doing some practical work today. And before I quickly go through the materials here, I quickly want to charge us. Some of the reason behind what we are doing, or some of those things that shape our vision or our drive in this project, is one of the fact that we are all Nigerians. And before we are recognized as a tribe in this country, we are all first recognized as a Nigeria. Say for instance now you travel out of Nigeria, when you get to those lands, they won't ask you, are you an Igbo guy, or you are a Yoruba boy, or you are an Hausa guy. What they will ask you is, where are you from? Then you will tell them, I am a citizen of Nigeria. Now I want that to shape us. I want that to shape our belief as a part of this project, that in whatsoever you're doing, in whatever you want to do, work and think and act as a Nigerian first, putting Nigerian as a priority, because the change we are all seeking, the change we are all looking for, have to start with us. So you can't give what you don't have. So if you are expecting a change in the society, you are expecting the change in the nation, the change must begin with you. Thank you. I hope I will really appreciate if you can really take that in and we begin to do this. So thank you very much. So quickly, I will be going through the materials and be going through the business of today so that I won't waste much of our time. Now, like I mentioned that day, some of the basic material we need for this, for mushroom production. Number one is your sawdust. Now, when I mean sawdust, I mean those fine one, like the one you are seeing in my hand here. Those fine one, not those. There is one they call chips. Those are not what, or shavings. Those are not what we need. You need them this way. And if you have shavings, it doesn't mean it won't work, but it's just going to take longer time before it breaks down. So most of the time we'll go for this, or if you have this type that is mixed with shavings, you try to sieve it. So this is our sawdust, and I have wheat offer here. This is your wheat offer. This is like a protein or a nutrient supplement to the sawdust. Now again, when you are working with this wheat offer, okay, like somebody asked me on the group that can he use rice bran? Yes, you can, as long as it has it has some proteinous and other material with it. Rice bran, wheat bran, and what other things? Rice bran, wheat bran, then wheat offer. Those things can go. Then again, we have calcium carbonate here. This is calcium carbonate. So those are the three basic material that is needed for mushroom production. Now, the next thing I will be going through is the proportion at which these three components must be mixed together. Now, basically when you're starting, for 100 kg of sawdust, 100 kg of sawdust, 5 kg of wheat offer, then 1 to 2 kg of calcium carbonate. Now, but what I have here is not up to 100 kg because this is just for practical purpose. Now, the only thing I do is this sawdust now, move close to the scale, is about 10 kg. I have 10 kg of sawdust here. Then, now if the normal proportion is 100 kg to 5 kg, it means you have to do some basic calculation if I'm doing 10 kg. Now, if you look at 100 kg of sawdust to 5 kg of wheat offer, that is ratio 1 to 20. That is ratio 1 to 20. It means 1 kg of wheat offer we go for 20 kg of sawdust. Now, so that is going to be our basic calculation. Now, if that is the case, it means if I'm now using 10 kg of sawdust, it means I will be using 0.5 kg, that's about 500 grams of wheat offer. I hope that is clear. If there is any mix-up, you can ask us questions later at the end of, or you put on a comment on this video. Then we'll try as much as possible to answer that. Then again, in line with the calcium carbonate, we will do the same. That since it's the ratio, that's a ratio 1:20, we'll divide the 2 kg by 20, right? That should give us the percentage of calcium carbonate that is needed for this mix-up. Now, so we will quickly be doing that right now. Okay? All right. So, like I was saying, we will be measuring the materials now. Like I said, let me quickly go over the whole thing. 10 kg of sorry for that. 10 kg of sawdust, 500 grams of wheat offer. Then we'll be using 100 grams of calcium carbonate. Now, I already scaled this. Like I said the other time, this is 10 kg. Okay, so then I'll pour it on the ground. Like I said in the last video, make sure your environment is clean. Okay, you spread it out just like you are mixing sand and cement, you know. Common sense, bro. So I will be measuring my wheat offer. First, I would like to, okay, I want to determine the weight of this plastic. This is about 54 grams. So I return it back to 0 so that when I'm scaling it with the wheat offer, I can get the exact measurement. So you need a small digital scale too. Okay. Okay, we actually need 500 grams. Now this is about 810 grams, if you can see, as you can see it. So I'll take some portion out of it little by little. Okay, still have about 600 grams there. Okay, so we actually have about 501 grams, so it's still not bad. Okay, about 500 grams exactly. So pour it on our sawdust, then we need 100 grams of calcium carbonate. So, okay. Now, you can spread it so that it's not just going to be in one place. Now, once this is done, the next thing you do, anytime you see a big chips like this, just try to remove it. So once this is done, you mix it up. Make sure it is well mixed. Mix it up thoroughly. So after mixing thoroughly, now we will add some water. And this particular step, this particular stage, require consciousness and more care, in the sense that you won't want to over drench it, because if you over wet it, it's going to forfeit the whole thing. So just make sure you watch this place closely. This is a very important stage. So I need some water. You will not just want to pour water anyhow, that it will be over drenched. So the water must not be too much and must not be too small. I'll show you how we test for the water once we are through with this step. Okay.
3.
So when you've added your water, now at this stage you don't need to rush, that you just pour water and you just mix it up like that. No, you must be patient enough here, because you have the water gradually, because if the water is too much, it becomes a problem. If the water is not enough, it is a problem. So but the question is, you ask me, then how do I know if the water is not enough or is not too much? So there is a simple test you do for that. Now what you will do is, after mixing it, at each time, at each stage, or at each step that you add water, just pick or take some portion of it. Make sure you squeeze it very hard, as in you press it hard. Now once you press it hard and you see that water is dripping out of it, then the water is too much. But once you press it and it's not dripping, it means the water is not too much. Now you need to know if the water is enough. Then once you open your fist, you discover that it comes together like a mold. Then you move it around. If it easily breaks up, then it means the water is not enough. Then you add some more water. But once you move it back and forth for some time and it doesn't break up, then it means the water is enough. So that is how you go about your adding water, and that is that about that.